Welcome back. Can you believe it? This is installment number 6 of 10. So we're basically two-thirds of the way through. And we've been talking, this series is focused on identifying, revealing, overcoming the biggest mistakes, fatal errors that sales professionals make that kill follow-up dead in its tracks. Now, this one is about not connecting with your prospect's constraints in moving forward. So here's the scenario. A prospect will be gung-ho on your product, your conversation, your exchanges, the information you provided, got them all excited, and they're all ready to go, but they're not in a position to move forward right now because they hadn't considered making a commitment today. So they need to arrange finances, they need to talk to the spouse, whatever it is. Now, in their excitement, they got you excited. So they closed you on the fact that they're ready to go. But the fatal mistake is that you didn't address the elephant in the room. So they go back, they're working on their finances, they calculate things, and they realize, oh, darn, I have this family commitment. I've got this constraint. I've got that I need to do. They talk to their wife or spouse or partner and say, hey, man, hold your horses. We're not there. We had decided to do this, and you're not going forward with this. So all of these elements are very important. So where does this come out from? The closer gets excited and looks at the sales decision process from a one way, which is I am qualifying the prospect, assuming that they're here to buy, on can they afford it? Do they have the time? Are they open to following instructions? Do they have urgency? How important is this? But they don't consider the elements even the prospect underestimates in their buying decision. So if you can take the time and put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, okay, if I was in the prospect's shoes and making a buying decision of this nature, what would prevent me from moving forward and addressing that? Imagine what will happen. Most trainers, most coaches, most salespeople avoid that like the plague because they're afraid that you don't want to bring up elements that will have your prospect not buy. I say to hell with that. If you don't, then you're leaving leadership and ownership of those constraints and overcoming those constraints in your prospect's hands. And the reason why they're on the call with you is they're looking for guidance, and you just made a disservice to your prospect. Exactly when they needed guidance from you, you didn't provide it. Now imagine you're having a conversation with your prospect and you qualified them properly, so you know that they're a single parent. They work a full-time job. On top of that, they're going to school to earn more money so that they can provide a better quality of life for their kids. But then their kids are also in elementary and they need time from them. And your prospect is all excited to get started, but they forgot to think about all these elements. What if you were the one that brought it up? Hey, Mr. Prospect, I see that you're ready to move forward with this program, but let me ask you, you're working full time, you're going to school, you've got a family of 3 that you need to help with the homework. How are you going to be able to find the time to go through this? Now, what do you think is going to happen after that question is asked? You're the one asking the question. You've taken leadership. Now you've also given yourself permission, because you're questioning the prospect on whether they can manage that, on working with them to overcome that challenge. Possibly timing is not right now, But if you hadn't addressed it, because you don't have the ownership of that and you don't take leadership and guide the prospect through, they will assume it's not possible to make that happen. But if you're the one guiding your prospect through the process, now you can identify, okay, well, if you make this change, if you wait a couple of weeks and get this done, what if you found a babysitter, or could somebody help you with the kids' homework, and work through solutions so that they can make the time and make their project a reality. Now, have you gained their trust? Have you stood out from all the other salespeople that just want the easy sale and are not interested in working through challenges of this nature to ensure the success of your prospect? I'll give you an example. Paul, that just started a program with me, was having these kind of concerns. And I, picking up on those buying signals and the constraint, said, what's stopping you from starting today? And the first time he ever brought that up, he said, well, I've taken courses in the past and I never finished. Now, thanks to that, I was able to qualify on what were the conditions that prevented him to move forward. What are the conditions he felt he needed to have in order to make it a success and make this program worth his while? And we set up a game plan, a strategy, and he signed up on the spot. That's the power of avoiding fatal error number 6. So make sure to always address the constraints that your prospect hasn't even thought about bringing up. Now, the other side, the flip side of that is closers feel that this prospect is not going to buy, and instead of addressing that and qualifying why that might be, they just let it pass, and lo and behold, the prospect doesn't buy. So avoid fatal error number 6, because even if they are not ready to buy on the spot, that'll set up the follow-up. And because you've taken their situation into consideration, they will be willing and interested in engaging with you because you're guiding them through the process of overcoming the limitations of their current reality. Have a blessed day. Lots of success to you. And if you need some help, reach out, comment, participate in the conversation. I will be more than happy to share with you additional information.